role as secretary in this club is I do the attendance out front this year and I introduce guests. Today we're going to do it a little different since there's so many guests. So if you are here with one of the winning organizations, you will get introduced during our presentation. I'm just going to introduce actual guests of Rotary today. And I just want to say this will be my last time on the microphone for those of you that are Rotarians. I'm going to miss it. And I thank so much you guys for voting me to have the microphone every Friday for a full year. It's been amazing, and I look forward to serving the next 2 or 3 years as well. But I'm going to miss being up here. And let me say to the nonprofits that are here, again, thank you for being here. We would love for your organization, for someone to be a part of us. So please come back and join us in service and fellowship anytime. We meet almost every Friday, and we would love to have you as part of our club. So please join us. So we have 4 guests today. Banks has a couple guests that we've seen before. He's up there in that front corner. So here I come.
Right, well, y'all probably have no idea who these people are. I feel like they're here once a month, right? But today I've got Joe Spaney and Josh Jarvis. They're always happy to come up here, check things out, you know, enjoy the city. So, and obviously, of course, come here. So thank you guys for always welcoming them.
And we have 2 guests. Let's see. I'm having trouble finding our other 2. Kathy, you'll get introduced with the nonprofit. Here's one, Maria. So I'm going to give you the mic. Tell us about yourself. You found us on our website, and make sure you talk right in here so everybody can hear you. So you've got like 15 seconds.
I'm originally from Austria, and my friends always were members of the Rotary Club. So now that I'm here, I was wondering what you're doing, and I would like to join. And I live now in Tennessee. I used to live 50 years in Michigan. And when my husband died, I moved here to be with my family.
Awesome.
All right, and one other that we found, I hear that he is a past Rotarian, so that puts a target right here, right here.
Yes, hi. Former Rotarian in Northern California, the San Ramon Valley. My wife and I are defecting from California, for a lack of a better term. We've lived all over the state. We're currently in San Diego. We've been in Brentwood. We purchased a house about 1.5 years ago. We're splitting our time, but we're setting roots permanently here in Brentwood. And we're looking for ways to serve our community. And there's no better way than being a Rotarian. So I'm here checking it out. My wife will be here shortly. She's traveling this week.
Awesome.
All right, thank you everyone for coming. This is our last meeting until the 18th, I think, other than our installation banquet. Please join us as we welcome in our new president for the year. When we come back on July 18th, we'll have a new president. It's going to be amazing. Is it next Friday? Okay, my bad. That's the banquet, right? Yeah. July 10th is the banquet, but we do meet next Friday?
Yes.
Right here, same place?
And you could be here July 4th if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the beach next Friday and the next. So anyways, I thank you everyone for coming, and see you guys in July.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, Jennifer. We are going to skip Happy Bucks only because we have a very big program today. So save all your happiness until next week. Next week, we actually are going to meet. It's the last of our Rotary year. We have a former ESPN producer that's going to be speaking. So it's going to be a great event. So definitely come next week. Also, do not forget, July 4th, we are not having a meeting. If you want to come, sorry, that means you didn't listen. So it's obviously Independence Day. It's a holiday, so we're not going to meet. And don't forget the installation banquet on July 10th at Richmond Country Club. That is where we pass the gavel. We vote in the new board, the new Rotary president, secretary, etc. So please bring your spouse, loved one, whoever you want to bring. So make sure you sign up. Very, very, very important. Love to have a really big crowd at that. So also do not forget, we have our golf tournament coming up. That's our big fundraiser, which is why we give what we give today. That has a big part of it for next year. So I know all the grant recipients here will encourage you to be involved in the golf tournament.
Hi, this is Steve.
Yes, very much so. And also look at Larry's hat. Everybody turn around, look at Larry's hat. What does it say?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Just ask, because all you got to do is just ask for sponsors, and we're going to have a fantastic time. So don't forget that. So without further ado, before I introduce Laura, we won some grant awards. No, excuse me, not grant awards. That'd be nice. We did win a grant award, but we won some awards at the district conference this year. One we won was called Best New Project for a Large Club. So obviously we're in the large club category in the district. For our 50th anniversary, the Granny White Park patio renovation we did. So that's awesome. And that's more of what I would call a 2-year project because Drew, our past president, wherever Drew is, I saw him. He helped spearhead that. Jim,
Okay.
Susie,
Um,
many others helped spearhead that. So thank you very much. We also won an award at the 35th anniversary of Women in Rotary Social called the Goodwill and Better Friendship Award. So,
right. Yeah, we have had people here.
who said that? Oh, hey, Steve. I'm going to introduce Laura Troop up here to help spearhead this grant recipient awards, but I got to say something about Laura. She's nothing short of amazing. She's got a full house. She also has completed all the requirements of the district for district grad school for the 24-25 Rotary year and is awarded her diploma. Wow.
Thank you, Steve. I highly recommend everyone go through Rotary grad school. It's pretty amazing. You learn a whole lot about Rotary. Well, good afternoon to my fellow Rotarians and our honored guests. Today is one of those special days that truly reflects the heart of Rotary. We gather not just for fellowship, but to support and celebrate local nonprofits who are making a real difference in our community. So through our Rotary community grants, we have the honor of recognizing and contributing to the important work of these organizations. These grants are made possible by your generosity and our shared commitment to service above self. Each recipient today has been nominated by one of our own members who saw their passion and their impact and their alignment with Rotary values. So through the Brentwood Rotary Club Charitable Foundation, of which I'm a trustee, we were able to fund these grants through the discernment of the Grants Committee. If you are on the Grants Committee, will you stand for me? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. As we call up each organization, I will introduce the grant sponsor and welcome all the guests that are joining us from each organization, and then I'll invite one representative up to say a few words. And since we have so many representatives and recipients today, I request your brevity. So you'll each have about 1 minute to share your mission and how you plan to use your grant funds. So let's get started. Our first grant recipient is Agape. I actually sponsored this grant, and our attendee today is Sam Moran. So Sam, share with us how this grant will support your organization.
Very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Good. Who here has heard of Agape before? Fantastic. Well, I've been working there for about 7 months now, and it's amazing. My name is Sam Moran. I'm glad y'all got to see it. I haven't seen that picture since I was like 12 and a half. So I'm now 14. So, but since 1966, Agape has existed to strengthen children and families with the healing love of Jesus Christ through our social services. We have, when you think of Agape, 3 things. You got foster care adoption, you have counseling, and you have our domestic violence shelters and services. With this money in particular, we actually just partnered with the church here in Williamson County. It's going to be called the Dwelling Place. The dwelling place is going to have 4 women who, through our foster care or through while they're in foster care or adoption, have become pregnant. And this gives them a place, because imagine you're a young girl, you get pregnant, and you don't really have a strong family life at home. You don't have a strong support system. You have no idea what to do. We actually just had our first girl move into the house last night. We have another girl moving in next week. Each one's gonna have their own case manager that's gonna make sure that they're eating well, taking care of themselves, making their doctor's appointments, making sure we're checking in. We're actually, if anybody wants to volunteer, we're gonna have, I'm not gonna be there for knitting night, but they're gonna knit with them. They're gonna play board games, really letting them know that they are supported, loved. We have a meal train, so we'd love to talk to you about that. And that is what this is gonna go to specifically. To everybody at the Rotary, thank you so much for all that you do. To everybody else in the nonprofit world, I was very fortunate to be born and raised in Nashville, Williamson County specifically. As y'all know, it's a phenomenal place, and it's because of people like you guys, nonprofits and Rotaries. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day. Oh, and a special thank you to Laura for sponsoring us.
Thank you, Sam. Our next recipient is Better Options TN. This grant was sponsored by Bert Bradford. And our guest attending is Jenny Holterman. So would you come up and join us? Jenny, the mic's yours. So we'd love to hear how this grant is going to support your mission.
Great. Hi, thank you so much. Better Options is really the only option in Williamson County for newcomers to our area. Now, I would say I was an immigrant to Williamson County 20 years ago. And you all know how wonderful it is, right? But I had to learn what was offered to me or available to me and all the great things. It took me a minute, right? I was also an immigrant to Guatemala for 2 years with my family. And so I had to learn everything, right? Banking was different there. Travel was different there. Obviously, the language was different. And so Better Options is here to provide options for people who are trying to learn all the ins and outs of Williamson County and Middle Tennessee. And so your dollars today will help us to support these new families. We have 3 main areas that we offer assistance. One is housing, and that is really for families. I tell people if you were single, I'd say find a couch somewhere. But if you have children, oh my goodness, that's a whole nother deal, right? So we help families enroll their kids in school, know where to get their physicals for the kids, all those things, right? And then, so we're providing assistance, but not just dollars, but support to know what to do, how to handle the paperwork, all the things. And then we offer legal assistance because, there are people who are happy to take advantage of people who don't know the system. And so we're saving people $250 or more. We have 4 free legal clinics a year, and twice a month we have free legal assistance for families. And then lastly, I teach English and culture. And obviously, I tell my students, I tell the men, I say, you know what women really want? You think they want muscles. You know what they really want? Money. Do you know how you get money in this county? English. They need to learn the language, right? And so, but also culture. Everything is different. The way you handle a handshake, right? And so we're really providing all that assistance so that families are able then to thrive independently without government assistance, without taking tax dollars, and then give back to this community. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jenny. Our next recipient is the Big Backpack Giveaway. And this grant was sponsored by Jane Covington. Our guests today are Amanda Morrissey and Marion Whitney. And I believe Amanda is going to come speak to it. So we'd love to hear about your program and how this grant is going to make a difference for you.
Yeah. I had to dodge a dog over there, so sorry. And I did not submit that picture, but somehow it's up there. So, my name's Amanda Morrissey. I'm the district social worker at Franklin Special District. In sum, my role is to serve all 8 schools under Franklin Special and reduce barriers to learning. My days look very different every day. So one day I may be on a home visit, observing that a child sleeps on the ground. I work with community resources, a lot of the ones you guys are supporting today, to make sure to get that child to bed so he can sleep good at night and be present in the classroom. Another day, it may be a child who's underinsured or uninsured, needs glasses, and again, working to advocate for community resources to make sure that child gets the vision screening and glasses they need, because vision is very important to learning. You got to see the board and see what you're reading. It makes it a whole lot easier. I also work with the McKinney-Vento program, which is families experiencing homelessness. Our numbers have doubled, if not tripled, throughout the couple of years. And we keep seeing those increasing. And we're trying to do the exact opposite, obviously. And so with the barriers to learning was my drive and my purpose in joining the Big Backpack Giveaway Planning Committee. If you don't know, the Big Backpack Giveaway is it's truly a community event. So it's not under one nonprofit or one agency. It takes truly churches, businesses, agencies like yourself to come together and put this event on. I forget what year we're at, but it's been around 22. Okay, 22 years. Jenny's on the committee too. And it's been along for so long that it's very recognizable. Everyone knows about it. My families are extremely happy to kick off the school year and get the school supplies they need. So I just appreciate the generosity of this donation. And aside from that, I appreciate everything you guys do. And I hope you understand that you as individuals carve out your day to show up for the Rotary Club, and with the purpose of showing up for your community and caring for the people. And you have my utmost respect. And I want to make sure to convey that I really appreciate not only this donation, but everything that you guys do. And I hope you don't ever lose sight of that. So thank you so much. And this is not just a random person sitting next to me. This is Marianne. She is with United for Hope. She's also on the planning committee for the Big Backpack Giveaway. United for Hope is under Operation Andrew, and they connect churches with the schools while respecting the separation of church and state. So if you want to find out more about Franklin Special, United for Hope, or the Big Backpack Giveaway, please come find me. I left my cards in my car, but we'll figure something out. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies. Our next recipient is Cultivate. This grant was sponsored by Banks Hickman, and we have Maggie Johnson and Chris Comstock visiting with us today. And I believe that they're going to come and share their story and how we're supporting them.
Where are you guys finding these pictures? This is so funny. This is our flower farm.
That's a really old picture.
That's a
I don't know how they got.
Anyway, so we're Cultivate, and we're just so honored and blessed that to be receiving this for you guys. I'm not going to talk. I'm going to let Chris take it over.
Yeah, so they told me they just needed the hairiest person in our organization, so that's me. I'm here. No, seriously, that we're really grateful to be here, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here, and thanks to Banks for thinking about us. We are a faith-based nonprofit. We work with marginalized community, that whatever that may look like, addiction, homelessness, under malnourished, that that kind of food insecure is the word. And so we have 4 different sites, one in Bellevue off McCrory Lane. We have one at the Men of Valor campus in Antioch. I manage both of those sites. We have our main campus is at Ellington at the Ellington Agriculture Center. And we have one more site in Brentwood. This year we have the most people on staff that we've had. And so this is very helpful. We have nearly 20 cultivators that we hired that hopefully will graduate in October. And then we will help assist them on furthering their life, helping them get into job placement and a career, instead of coming from where most of them are coming out of prison and coming out of different organizations, housing organizations. So we're really grateful. If anybody is more interested in cultivating what we do or wants to work on the farm or volunteer, pick flowers, any of those cool things, it's super hot, but we would love to have you out there. You can find me afterwards, and I'll answer any questions you guys got. Thank you so much.
They're asking the hairiest guy because the guy with the least hair nominated them, right? Sorry. Sorry, thanks. Our next recipient, sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Our next recipient is the Hispanic Organization of Leaders and Achievers, HOLA. This grant was sponsored by Sandra Lee, and the guests attending today are Ana Castro, Alejandro Castro, Miguel Vega, and Jabri, I pronounce Harrison. And I believe that Alejandro is going to come receive this grant. Thank you. All right, we would love to invite you to share what this grant is going to help you accomplish with HOLA.
Awesome. Well, good morning, afternoon, actually, 12:27. I was not ready for a speech this morning, but someone helped me out. So give me a minute. Here we go. My name is Alejandro Castro. I'm a board member of HOLA. I've been a board member for almost half a year. And I can tell you personally, it's a very interesting club where we help mentoring entrepreneurs that are new to the country, new to the local scene. I myself, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an electrical instructor as well as a electrical contractor. And I've seen the growth of Latinos here in Nashville, Tennessee, and the surrounding areas. So HOLA helps bringing aware, which, by the way, everybody's invited to our salsa night. We have a salsa night. That's right. That's right. He gets it. HOLA is also helping my beautiful wife, Ana, right there. As you can see, that's not me. She is a director for Miss Latina Tennessee, and she empowers Latinas also new to the area, and also Latinas who grew up here and who, believe it or not, they have difficulties in just being Latinos. You know, it's a whole lifestyle where you have to adapt but not forget who you are. It's you getting to be someone new and being collective in the new place where you're gonna be settling down with your family. So she helps out with that. And this grant is gonna help. 2 years ago, I remember, and this is something that Sandra doesn't have, we had the registration at $385 and we reduced them drastically to $85, hoping that organization just like this would step forward and help out to make sure that the registration for these girls is very much accessible for anybody. So this is how it helps. Also, it helps in our mentorship and also our award event that we also always organizing once a year. So this is Jeffrey, my Afro-Latino member. Yes. Jeffrey, you want to say some words?
Yeah, I just gonna keep it brief, but I'm Jabri Harrison. I'm the chairman, and I got a question for you. Have y'all heard these kids these days? Y'all heard that statement? Well, I got something. These kids these days are amazing, and the next generation is gonna be the best generation. So just like there's misnomers just about kids, and there's a bunch of groups where we have these sayings, right? And they're sayings of discouragement and not sayings of empowerment. And so Ola wants to empower Hispanic entrepreneur leaders in our community. And we don't want to just look at whoever's doing bad. There's a lot of things on the news or things that are going on. We want to look at the people that are making change and making difference. And how can we come alongside of them? How can we mentor them? How can we get them plugged in? And just like you said, we have salsa nights, and everybody here needs to be at a salsa night, because not only do we dance and have fun, but it's good to let loose, but it's good to connect with those around you. Also, we do have our award show where we give awards to those in the community just like this, and we want to recognize those that are doing great things in the community. But in the Hispanic community, we want to be that, and that's who we are. And I'm glad y'all let me get like 2 seconds in, and I'll see you. Thank you.
I don't know, whoever's coordinating the 100 things to do in Nashville before you die for our club, we need to go salsa dancing. Let's do this. I like it. Our next recipient is Music Therapy Retreats. This grant was sponsored by Jane Covington, and our guests today are Lisa Prime and Jackie Pear. And I think Lisa is going to come and share what this grant is going to help you accomplish.
Hello, everybody. I'm Lisa, my service dog, Nicholas. I'm with Music Therapy Retreats. We started the organization, actually Mac Bailey started the organization in 2018. We host retreats out at Hidden Trace Farms, which is Amy Grant's farm. Twice a year, we bring in veterans. The first session, we bring in veterans from Wounded Warrior Project. And then the second session, we bring in ladies from Thistle Farms. It's a 3-day event. The first day we bring them in, we have a basic meeting. Everybody's scared and like, I don't want to talk to anybody. And then by the second day, in the morning, we do some mindfulness sessions, and then we present them with a guitar. We teach them how to play the guitar. And then in the afternoon, we bring in a songwriter, and each person is paired with a songwriter, so they write their own stories. On the third day, again, mindfulness in the morning, and then bring that songwriter back. And then in the afternoon, we have a concert where each person gets to either sing their song or have their songwriter sing their song. And by the third day, everybody's like, oh, I don't want to go. Please let us stay, because it's now a family. But I invite you guys, our next session is in October. I invite everybody, please come out and support our people, the veterans and the ladies from Thistle Farms that come out. It's a great concert. I have business cards. Jackie also has business cards, and please come out. It's the 6th to the 8th, but come meet with me, and we'll give you a business card and the address to the farm. And let me remind you, this is a farm. It's a working farm. So there's beefalo, but the area and the barn that we're in, it's beautiful. It's set up. That's where Amy and Vince got married. So it's a beautiful location. Thank you.
And before I leave, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Jackie Pear. I'm a psychologist at the VA, and Lisa and I have been friends for years, but she kind of voluntold me that I'm going to be a part of this organization as like a physician on staff. And I was like, well, what do I have to do? Because I'm working full time already. She says, oh, it's nothing wrong. And what I do, if any of you out here are veterans, Lisa and I are in a couple of organizations together, but one of our big ones is Disabled American Veterans. And we help veterans get their benefits. Because like I was explaining to Jane, veterans, sometimes when they transition out of the military, they wait until something happens and they try to get their benefits. And at that point, it's a little late. I mean, because you're trying to gather information that you should have already done. Or we have veterans who are on their deathbed who are trying to get benefits, and then the spouse, bears the brunt of that burden. So, we try to get people involved, and we meet every third Saturday
at the Golden Corral in Hermitage. So we have a lot of members from this area because there's not a chapter out here. So we represent Davidson County and any other county that wants to be a part of us. And we're very, very active in the community. And what I do at the VA, I work with compensated work therapy program, which help veterans get jobs, veterans that have barriers to employment. And I do alternative treatments for veterans who have different barriers as well. So, and we have a golf therapy where we teach veterans how to play golf. And Lisa's a graduate of that program. And it's a program I have to actually go out and play golf a couple of days a week as my job.
Oh.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to do it. Might as well be me. So, and I have swim therapy, I have AccuDetox, we have acupuncture, we have a lot of different things. So I just wanted to shine a little bit of light on that as well. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Our next recipient is Hope Clinic for Women. Hope Clinic grant was sponsored by Drew Rogers, and our guest today is Christina Bachman. Did I pronounce that correctly? Oh, did I? Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Hi, High Hopes. I accidentally skipped. So High Hopes. I apologize. I've goofed up. High Hopes was sponsored by Bob Searcy. I apologize. And Christina is representing High Hopes today. So come tell us about you. Sorry about that.
No, please. No. Thank you. Clearly, this room is building a lot of hope. So I'm Christina Bachman. I'm the Senior Director of Development for High Hopes Pediatric Therapy Clinic and Preschool. We have kind of two wings of the work that we do. Our Pediatric Therapy Clinic serves children with special needs by providing speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, behavioral therapy, and food therapy. And then we also have our preschool side of the house that serves children both with and without special needs so that our clinic can push into the classroom and provide services to our children. And for those of you who don't know, Bob and his wife were one of the founding families for High Hopes, and we've been around for 41 years. And Bob, I don't know how many children you all were serving back then, but we're now serving we were serving 4 back then. We're now serving over 1,000 children in 17 counties, the majority of which are in Williamson and Davidson County. So would love to have you out for a tour if you'd be interested. And just thank you so much. The funds that you all are providing these organizations and our organization go a long way in helping us serve the families and children that need our services every day. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry again. Apologies for that. Okay, now we're going to talk about Hope Clinic for Women. Hope Clinic grant was sponsored by Drew Rogers, and this is Kaylee. Is that right? I did so well until that moment. Kaylee, come tell us about what you're planning to do with your grant.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for another year of an amazing grant that supports the work we do. We believe that every single life is inherently valuable, and we do that work by supporting women who find themselves in unplanned pregnancy, encouraging them to choose life and walking through that journey. We will be extending our parenting program to that child's 2nd birthday in this coming year. We also provide preventative women's health care, like annual exams and testing and treatment. We don't work through any insurance, and we give a lot of scholarships. And that is specifically what y'all's grant is going to fund, is serving women who come up from Williamson County to our clinic in Nashville, who maybe they're between insurances, maybe their insurance out of pocket is just too much. And the amazing thing about our healthcare that we provide is that we can get appointments within a week. Our appointments are 45 minutes long, and our team of nurse practitioners and nurse midwives are incredible. Our lens of care is to really empower these women, to educate them about their body. It's not just about the presenting concern they bring. It's about treating them like humans and helping them walk away feeling equipped and empowered beyond just what their physical health may be. We do referrals internally to our counseling services as well as to amazing nonprofits that do work we don't do. So thank you all so much for supporting women's health care in Williamson County.
I know you want your check. Don't you want your check? You know you need this. This is kind of important. Oh, of course. That's what you came for. Yeah. Thank you, Kaylee. Our next grant recipient is Lambscroft Ministries and the Cookery. This grant was sponsored by Mark McFerrin, and Mark Peterson is going to receive this grant. Mark, please share your story and what this grant means to the Cookery.
Thank you, Laura. That's not me, but that's all right. I'm sure.
We just wanted somebody else hairy.
Yes. I'm sure many of you have exited an interstate and been along a interstate exit ramp, and a homeless person is walking towards you. And we've been blessed, and it's nice to be able to throw out $1 or $2 and hand it to a homeless person. And but what I've learned over the last 20 years, having a passion for homeless men in particular, is they're affected and impacted the most by relationship and by community. And the Cookery offers both. And that is why I serve on the board of the Cookery. We operate a restaurant on 12th Avenue, right near Belmont. It's on the Belmont campus. And the men that come through the program learn culinary skills. They go through the Serve Safe program, so they are then hireable. But most importantly, they're given a home, shelter, so they have a safe place to sleep. They don't have to worry about their next meal. They're provided medical and dental care, as well as spiritual and life skills training. So it's one man at a time, one success at a time. I can't say we're 100% successful. This is a broken group of people, but it's fulfilling to see lives changed, and those dollars will help support the men that are in this program. And by all means, you know Mark McFerrin, this is a $5 off coupon to go to the Cookery. We'd like to say, come see what's happening, learn the story, taste the food. The food's amazing, and you can save $5. So, all right, thank you so much.
All right. Our next recipient is the Orr Foundation. This grant was sponsored by Asan Ershad, and Michael Orr himself is going to come and receive this grant. So, Michael, we would love to hear from you what this grant is going to help you accomplish through your foundation.
As you can tell, I love to eat, and I have been to the Cookery. It's great. It's great food, for sure. Education is the reason we're here today. And in an environment where I grew up, education it's really non-existent. And I was fortunate enough to be an athlete and go to a private school at Briarcrest Christian in Memphis, Tennessee. I went up to college and everything, but the statistics tells me in this room, it's not many. Looking around, there's not many professional athletes in here, I don't believe. But I could, like I said, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, hey, we still got time. That's what I always tell people. It's not too late to chase greatness, but education is key. Once I got out to Briarcrest, I started to learn more and have an open mind about where education could take me. The ideas started going off in my mind and my brain and I started to think something other than an athlete and other things about where I can go in life. I went on and I, had a great career in sports and everything like that. And I've done so many different things, giving back to youth and programs and different things like that. But like I said, not everybody's going to be my size and athlete and all this kind of stuff. So I wanted to give back to the young people something that's tangible, something that no one can take away from them. And that's education and being around like-minded individuals in a community, education and mentorship programs, what we provide, and the different partner schools that we partner with, Lipscomb and talking to Ezel Academy, Brentwood Academy, different things like that. My thought process, taking these kids and put them in an environment where they can thrive. And when I got out to Briarcrest, I was comfortable. I wanted to go to school. I was around kids who wanted a future, wanted to go off and do great things. And I went to school every day because I enjoyed it. Prior, nothing was fun about school. So the kids that I target, I go out and get, these kids aren't athletes. They're like-minded individuals like I was. They wanted to be great. My thing was sports weren't the end all for me. When I was 12, 13, when I started this journey, I thought having 8 or 9 jobs was a success story for me. So that's what my goal was. Luckily, I went off and was an athlete, and it made it easier. So, the thing that we're doing, I place a success coordinator inside the schools, and I go, like, the kids that we target, we give them transportation, school uniforms, we pay for their scholarships and different things like that. So we provide the whole 9 yards, but they have to meet us halfway in what we're doing. If we want a, great community, education is the key. When you look around certain areas, you have a bunch of educated people, from crime to everything is down. Everybody's happier. And that's what we want to change and break the cycles from a kid like myself, so they won't have to stay in a different home in 4 years of high school. So those are the goals that we're doing, and we're changing the lives in these communities. And this help is going to go a long way. And I was shocked when we got the call, because when I looked at myself in the mirror at 12, 13 when I started this journey, I said, hey, no one's going to come and save you and help you. You're going to have to do it yourself. And when I always got help, I've always been shocked and disbelief and excited at the same time, because I knew no one was going to come and help me. But it is, as we can see now, a lot of people who are willing to help and give back and make this journey easy for me and so many young people behind me and the generations that's coming up. So like somebody said, I think he said it, that was important right there. The generations that's coming up, those are the ones we have to target and stop being so hard on them. So that's what we're doing. And we'll make this thing great if we do it together. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, the marks of a good hostess are to feed you well and get you out on time. We are pushing it. So we're sorry to call all of you out who've spoken already a little too long, but let's shorten our comments. Refuge Center for Counseling is up next. Becky Nunley was the sponsor on this grant, and Broderick Thomas and Brian Williams are the recipients who are here today. And Brian, can you come up and tell us a smidge about Refuge Center and what this grant's going to do for you?
Well, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you all for having me. Brian Williams, on the development team at the Refuge Center. Broderick Thomas, my partner here with me. He's also on the development team at the Refuge Center. The Refuge Center exists to provide excellent, affordable, accessible mental and emotional counseling to those in need. We have a new facility out on Long Lane. We would love to have you out there for a tour and for lunch and to learn more about that facility. I will tell you that we traditionally talk about the gap that exists for us financially. We're on a sliding scale, so individuals pay what they are able to afford. There's generally about a $40 gap between what it costs us to provide that therapy and what individuals are able to pay. And so just $40 provides counseling to an individual. That has a tremendous ripple effect beyond just what happens in that room or during that conversation for that 1 hour. It's a family that stays together. It's a marriage that stays together. It's a child in crisis who is no longer in crisis, and you all make that happen. And so thank you so very much. Thank you to Becky Nunley for sponsoring us, and to the Rotary Club. Anything you want to add to that?
We good?
Thank you so much. As he said, money today provide opportunity for kids to live or families. So we're appreciate it.
Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, fellas. Our next grant recipient is Retrieving Independence. This one was sponsored by Chris Dooney, and we have Kelsey Fernandez and Brianne Stahl. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Kelsey, how do you plan to use this grant?
I know, I'm so cute. Thank y'all everyone for having us here today. And thank you to Chris for sponsoring us. I don't think I've seen him here. I don't think he's here today, but if you are, wait. But yes, we are a service dog training organization. We breed, raise, and train service dogs for people with disabilities. We also, it's really cool to kind of see all the ways that we actually connect with so many other nonprofits here, because we also have facility therapy dogs in Franklin Special School Districts. We also have one of our service dogs that has graduated here today. So it's just really cool to kind of see how all of us are so connected. But like I said, we breed, raise, and train service dogs for people with disabilities. We train mobility support, psychiatric support, as well as medical alert and response. And we actually do that not only in partnership with volunteer puppy raisers. I'll make that plug there. Talk to us if you want to volunteer and take a puppy home. But we also do that in partnership with Tennessee Department of Corrections. So we have men and women in 2 Middle Tennessee prisons, soon to be 3, that actually help do the majority of the training for our service dogs. And so this money is actually going to help us provide medical equipment that can help train our dogs. So things like electric wheelchairs and stuff that they really need to get used to and be acclimated to be successful as service dogs. So that's where that's going to help impact our mission. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you, ladies. All right, our next recipient is My Bag, My Story. This one is sponsored by John Helm, and David Whitfield, who is a board member for My Bag, My Story, is going to share what this grant is going to help the organization accomplish.
Thank you for having us. We're very excited to have a grant again this year. My Bag, My Story has been around since 2019. Carefinger founded it, and our mission and purpose is to bring awareness of kids in the foster care system, to give them dignity and respect, and allow them, by giving them a bag, to have something of their own to carry their stuff in. I've had kids that we fostered over the years, met Kara in our driveway at like 10 o'clock at night to get some bags for some kids that were with us. And they still use those bags today with their forever family. We see them a lot. And being able to partner with organizations like Rotary and then use the gifts that have been given, we're impacting kids all over the state. Our goal is to continue to expand that. There's so much brokenness in the system, and giving them something that allows them to feel a part of society where they're, quote, not standing out because they are just grabbing all their stuff and throwing it in a bag most of the time in the hours, early mornings, nights, in a bad situation. So thank you for allowing us to be able to use this to give kids bags and give them their dignity and help them transition through life. So thank you all. Thank you.
Next, Owls Hill Nature Sanctuary. This grant was sponsored by Betsy Crossley, and Dane Anderson is here to receive this grant. Dane, come share your story and how you plan to use these grant funds at Owls Hill. By the way, I should make a plug. We've got a fall date planned to work at Owls Hill, removing invasive species. So we'll talk about that soon.
Great, thank you. Good afternoon. At Owls Hill Nature Sanctuary, we protect native wildlife and their habitats in our 300 acres while connecting people with nature in ways that inspire exploration and lifetime environmental conservation. We're deeply grateful to the club for their support, and today's grant will help fund some of the programs designed to bring family outdoors, away from screens, and build meaningful connections with nature. In the coming weeks, these programs include some things like our family firefly hikes, a buck full moon hike, night echoes hike, and the summer butterfly count. You never really know what you've been missing until you try to count butterflies. And for those who prefer to hike the trails on their own schedule, we have day passes available too. So I invite you to visit us and experience the therapeutic nature benefits of nature firsthand. So on behalf of our board, our staff, and most of all, our visitors, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next recipient is YMCA Full Circle. This one was sponsored by Jennifer Bourne, and Jody Schroer and Tracy Jernigan are receiving the grant. So I think Jody's going to say a few words. So we want to help find out what this grant's going to accomplish through the Full Circle program.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here. This is my colleague, Tracy Jernigan. She's the director of the Full Circle program. It is a program that serves kids and adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities. 23 years ago, a passionate parent advocate showed up our door and said, this community needs you and we think you can help. And my predecessor said, you're right, we can help. And so it has grown over the years. It started as a one-day program to provide respite to parents, and it has grown over the years. Another passionate parent came and said, hey, there's the sports programs for youth, and we'd love to see the Y host it. So now there's year-round sports, inclusive sports. The kids that started in our program then got older. And as they got older, the parents said, what are we going to do now? And they came back and they said, what about an adult program? And once again, the YMCA showed up and said, yes, we should do that. So now there's a daily adult program that runs on site at the Brentwood YMCA just across the street. Most recently, due to our really blessed investment in our new YMCA, we have a new Full Circle Center, and we're trying to maximize that space. We added an after-school program. So I wanted to share a project that is possible because of grants like yours. So Vanna, will you? Yeah. Okay. These are note cards that highlight the artwork of one of our program participants. And our participants also have the opportunity to do job skills training, which is a really important part of what they learn with us. And so with this, they get to go sell these, have the opportunity to learn what it means to have a product, to have a customer, and then the proceeds then come back to benefit the experiences that they have in the room. So you make that possible. Our goal is that this community has the opportunity to belong and maybe even more importantly, be seen. So thank you for helping us really feel seen. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi. All right, our next organization is Stitching for Charity. This one was sponsored by Tom Carr. And so today with us, we have Kathy Carr and Mary Catherine Ricker and Lee, who was with us last week. And she's back to talk about her organization.
Thank you. Thank you a lot. There's so many ways to help people, and it's great. Stitching for Charity has been meeting at the library once a month since 2008. They've donated more than 9,000 items to care providers and charitable organizations. And last month, library staff delivered quilts to the Vanderbilt Ingram Cancer Center. And I want to share with you a note of thanks. Our son-in-law has been fighting cancer and receiving chemo and infusion treatments at Vanderbilt since 2023. It is the kindness of loving people like your group that give him comfort and hope to win this battle. So really impactful. The group also works with the Nashville Rescue Mission, Shower Up, Room in the Inn, Strix Gift in Slavery, Tennessee, and Alive Hospice. This is a generous donation from you on behalf of Stitching for Charity, the John P. Holt Brentwood Library, and the City of Brentwood. Thank you so much.
Our next organization is Stronger Than My Father. Jason Holtz made this this proposal, and today we have Marcus Manise, who's going to share with us how this grant is going to help them accomplish big things.
Good afternoon. I know you got to go. Hey, I'm gonna stick a long time too, so I'm gonna keep mine like 30 seconds. So to learn more about us, just go to our website, thestrongermyfather.org. But just a backstory is that our organization been around for 12 years. We want to support young men growing up in homes without fathers. Statistics shows that 18.5 million kids are growing up in homes without dads. So that's 1 out of 4 in a home that do not have a father. We provide support through in-school mentorship. We provide after school, where this funds will go to help us travel to the Gentry Foundation at Johnson Elementary School and at the Boys and Girls Club in Franklin. We'll be providing weekly mentorship sessions that we teach discipline, hope, and we want to be sure these young men become productive and honorable young men. So learn about more of us at our website at strongermyfather.org. Thanks for Jason Holtz and everybody else. You clapping, so I'm out.
Thank you so much. Our final recipient is Youth Leadership Brentwood. This one was sponsored by Keeley Hall. And Lynn Tucker, we're thrilled when Rotarians get to be a mouthpiece for their passion. So please share how these grants are going to be used, Lynn.
Well, Patrick told me I only had 60 seconds. So I'll be really quick. Youth leadership has been around now for 30 years. So we are still going strong. We have sophomores and juniors in high school that go through this leadership development program. We're a program of the Williamson Inc. Chamber, our nonprofit arm of the chamber. And just to highlight where these kids are, we have Ted's daughters. Where's Ted? Is Ted in the room? 2 of his daughters have gone through the program. Hersha has completed her first year at Meharry College. She's going to be a doctor. Nyla, his other daughter, has completed her first year at Vandy. She's going to be a computer scientist. So good job. And we also have Sheila's daughters who have gone through the program. Savannah, who was in the class of 2011 at Brentwood High. She is the manager of customer and community service at Find Help, which is the nation's leading social care network with a clear focus on a mission to connect people to the help they need with dignity and ease. And Piper, the class of 2012 Brentwood High School, and these are the class of 2012 youth leadership, not graduating class. Piper is a doctor of occupational therapy currently located in Mill Valley, California as a traveling occupational therapist. Piper's goal is to open her own practice. So our kids, thanks to our many good Williamson County schools, are going somewhere, and we are helping them along, and we really appreciate this grant. Thank you.
Well, I just recently completed Rotary grad school. I've learned so much about how Rotarians worldwide are empowered to not only serve, but to inspire our communities to serve alongside us. So thank you to all of our grant recipients for the powerful work that you're doing. Each of you represents what it means to be a stronger, healthier, and more compassionate community. And while we're thrilled to fund the work that you're doing, we also want to be boots on the ground. And we want to serve shoulder to shoulder with you. So please consider volunteer opportunities where our club can be more active and impactful with each of your organizations. To our fellow Rotarians, thank you for your generosity and your vision and your leadership in making these grants possible. And to our guests, thank you for joining us and sharing your stories. Let's continue to support and uplift one another in service. Thank you.
This is what Rotary is about, people. We're about community. We're about giving. Rotary is just amazing. I've been a member of this club for 27 years almost. And every single year, it's all about giving to our community. And thank you, Rotarians, for the hard work you've done. And thank you, recipients, for coming. And we really appreciate what you've done in the community. I would like all the members to ask to help stack chairs like we normally do. And all the recipients, please come up here by the Rotary flag. We're going to take a picture of y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Thank you.